here's the unemployment choo-choo.
Jeff, it's been a busy week. Obviously, at the beginning of the week, we threw up a Rizzo and Jeff throwback about mustaches and Sam Elliott. Then we spoke about the laundry evangelist. And I didn't want to do this because this is a happy program, and we like to keep it light.
Well, we don't like bad news, right?
Feel
Good Friday,
right? We love news. Okay,
right.
We love weather. Like, for example, how's the weather where you're at, Jeff?
It's about 81.
Okay.
81.
Okay.
Partly cloudy. Yes.
Yeah, and it's about 177 degrees where I'm at. And
there you go.
And sweating my ass off. And we'll get into that because I actually ran out of gas.
Go get yourself a roast.
Yeah, right. Well, and see, here's the thing, Jeff. We try to keep it light, but every once in a while something serious happens and we have to talk about it. Right. Bill and Melinda Gates. They're done.
Yeah. 27 years together. 27 years together. And the marriage is over. And, he's in his 60s. Where do you go from here? Where do you go from here if you're him? I mean, I guess with all that money,
I was going to say,
have any woman that you want.
He could, I'm telling you, he could bang the hottest chick on earth if he wanted to. And that's what I don't understand. Is Melinda not enough? Look, I'm looking at a picture of her. For a woman who's 64 years old, she's got a lot of junk in the trunk. Still. Right. She's got money. She got junk in the trunk. Okay? She obviously is a very beautiful woman. And Bill, is Billy cheating? I mean, have they not had sex? I mean, what do you think really caused this before we get into the divorce?
Look, we were briefly talking about this and what their love life could be like. I mean, they had a couple of kids, but what could it really be like? And, and I told you, I don't see, do I see Bill really getting it going? And you said, on the other hand, I guarantee you he is an absolute animal when it comes to being in the sack. You are convinced.
Well, and again, our condolences to Rory John Gates, Jennifer Catherine Gates, and Phoebe Adele Gates, the three Gates children.
I'm sure they're suffering.
They obviously are having a rough go of it. I would like to just really quickly read the statement from William. He says, after a great deal of thought and a lot of work on our relationship, we have made the decision to end our marriage. Over the last 27 years, we've raised 3 incredible kids. We built a foundation that works all over the world to enable people to lead healthy, productive lives. We continue to share a belief in that mission and will continue our work together at the foundation. However, we no longer believe that we can grow together as a couple in the next phase of our lives. We ask for space and privacy. He pronounces it privacy for our family as we begin to navigate our new life. Thoughts?
Are you smelling cheating here somewhere? Do you feel that Bill was dipping out?
That's a good question.
Do you think it was him?
I've
seen him on TV. I've seen him on TV a lot.
That's a good question. We're
talking about talking about the pandemic and things of that nature.
Well, let's do this. Okay, let's talk Melinda first. Let's look at Melinda. Now, Melinda, okay, she's cute. Obviously, her and Bill have aged a whole lot since they first got together. I think that perhaps Bill may be going through a midlife crisis. Perhaps Bill no longer throwing it to her in the sack. But I will say this. I do believe that Melinda is still active, sexually, of course.
Of course. So you think that he really closed the door, and he just didn't have it anymore. There were no more getting freaky. He's not jamming a mouse or a floppy disk up there. None of that. None of that's happening.
No, right? He's not hitting her HP protocol. He's not www nothing. Right.
All that is completely gone, and she is just absolutely ready to get out there and get things going. And Bill has just deflated down there.
All she wants is someone to excel her PowerPoint.
No, boy, man, I'll tell you what, if we had a show, I bet you would come up.
Oh, my God.
And every one of them, you would have a list ready to go. And they wouldn't even be written down.
Oh, no.
Just keep going.
Oh, I could keep going. Well, we'll see, and that's the thing. And, I'm glad that you at least recognize my talents.
Right, and I would have to be there to apologize to people, much like I did on the previous shows, And then you would walk out that day so proud of yourself.
I would. As a matter of fact, I would say something like, is Bill and Melinda Gates' marriage on the Microsoft Edge? If there was one note that Bill could say to Melinda, could there be one more drive? Can they change their outlook? Is their love only in the office? Do they gaze at each other out the windows? I could go on and on.
That's so bad. That's worth being suspended with pay.
How long? What do you think? A day? 2 days?
Yeah, a couple days suspended with pay.
Suspended with pay, right?
Right. With pay, yes.
Okay.
Suspended, but with pay.
Here's the unemployment choo-choo.
Now, Jeff, I'm back from suspension here. We really didn't delve into the Bill and Melinda Gates. I think, I kind of... You know me, man. I'm a dad joke guy. I miss the cheesy jokes. And, I had to kind of just throw a couple of divorce/Microsoft software quickies in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're good. And I know you have a Rolodex. And when you saw this story earlier, you were probably prepared to go in your head thinking of them.
Well,
and somebody's got to be there to stop you.
Well, here's the thing. When I saw this, I said to myself, oh, my God, I have this soft image in my head, and I have to get all the true space in my mind so that I can get on the Bill and Melinda Gates bling bar.
Yeah. I'm trying to read up a little bit about their agreement, and she doesn't want any kind of, alimony or anything of that nature.
And this is where I think this is where we were going before I got all silly. Okay?
Yeah, before you're a nutty guy.
I am. I'm a wackosaurus.
Yeah. Right.
Why did the marriage end? It's not money. I got to be honest, looking at both of them, looking at Bill, looking at Melinda, I think they both can get down. I'll tell you what, I think Melinda can still ride, and I think Bill can still give.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. It's the geeky guys that are always walking around with the peg.
Well,
right?
Thank you. It definitely isn't dick size. It definitely... his dick's got to be 50 feet long.
Right. I had a friend who was dating a geeky guy, and he was, overbearing, and I said, what is it? Well, do you stay with him? She said, well, it sure as hell isn't his charming personality. So we knew what it was all about.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, size matters except when you have that much money. Now, my question is, I heard that as you get wealthier, your penis does shrink.
Well, did you hear that?
I did.
Were you you were talking about money and penis sizes with somebody?
Well, no, I could just tell you from experience, I'm super wealthy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I was going to say, did you hear that from a conspiracy theory podcast?
It's got a lot about a lot of new things I'm learning.
Yeah, it seems to be the case.
But so let's get back to the bedroom. Is it a bedroom thing? Is it a I'm sick of you thing? Is it a we're not fucking thing? Is it a do me raw dog Billy? I mean, what? It's not money. Why do people get divorced? Money, cheating. Falling in love with somebody else.
27 years, you're mid-60s, you're up against the clock, right? So, at this point, don't you just stay together? I mean, you split in your 60s and you're starting all over again?
Well, let's see.
Right? I mean,
the net worth is $140 billion. So, just for shits and giggles, if they split everything 50-50, which they're not going to do because, believe it or not, both of them are just give all their money away. Right. But if they did, that's $70 billion apiece. Right? That, to me, and since there is a prenuptial agreement, meaning, she, you even brought this up, she's not going after all this money, it has to be...
because she knows she's going to get a ton of it.
Well, see, is it that, or is there something personal? Is she hurting? Did Billy hurt Melinda? Is she just want out? Or are we blaming Billy when Melinda could be the one that's going to Tijuana on the weekends and slapping sausage?
Yeah, it could be. It could be her. She could be down in Tijuana. I don't know why she would choose Mexico to go down and find herself somebody, but it could be him. How do we know that his nickname isn't Tripod?
You know what?
Don't know that.
Here's the thing, and you want to know how I know? Because I'm looking at him, and I guess things are done on an average, right? So, if you're really, really good looking or you have a really big truck, you probably got a small dick. You're really ugly or nerdy, you probably got a big dick, and then everyone's kind of in the middle. I'm looking at him, and I see, okay, he's got all this money, but he's also a big philanthropist. Okay, he created something that everybody uses. He's very well known and famous, but he's also very quiet and secluded. He gives a lot. He gets a lot. I put him right down the middle. I say he's a good 6-inch, maybe 7. He's right down the middle. I don't think it's a big peg. And maybe,
yeah, but you got to understand that when it comes to him, he's not the normal, right? There's nothing about him that's the norm. So you can't compare him. He's not average. So you can't put. This is not a law of averages when it comes to him.
So then, if you were to get into if somebody were to put a gun to your head and you had one chance to guess why Bill and Melinda are getting divorced, what is your reasoning?
It could be her with the Mexican boys. You could be right.
Right? She's getting bareback's nut slapped in Tijuana. That's what I think. I think it was all Melinda.
You think she's going down there just to hear the slap?
I think she is waiting.
She's waiting for a sack slap?
She's waiting for a sack slap. If you look at her, Billy can't give her the sack slap.
Okay.
Now, the older you get, they get droopier, but they're probably too droopy, so they're going underneath. They're going in between the legs. You need somebody who's not quite droopy enough so you can get that, that slap.
It's called gravity, right? So if it goes down too far for him, right, at a certain age, gravity really takes it over. But you have concluded that she doesn't want the palimony or alimony, whatever it is, because she's decided that going down to Mexico and getting some Mexican sack slaps is more important than keeping her marriage together with her billionaire husband.
Right. It's called the Tijuana sack slap. I know a couple people who have lost their marriage to the Tijuana sack slap.
Good. Wow, you run in some circles, I tell you.
Bill and Melinda, that's right. All the philanthropy, nothing without the sack slap.
Yeah.
Here's the unemployment choo-choo.
Jeff, I've been thinking of a way to wrap up the podcast for this week, and, it's a shame because it's hard to end on anything better than a Tijuana sack slap.
No. There's nothing better, and, maybe you can find it on, whatever website that you like to go on and, get your jollies.
It's xnxx.com.
XNXX, okay, that's one of them.
And as a matter of fact, I am going to. Here we go. Now, see, I'll be honest with you, we cannot play the audio here, but there is. If you go to your favorite site and type in the Tijuana sack slap, you'll be surprised.
I will be surprised. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do some investigative work on that, as the week goes on.
That's all you got to do. Just a little bit of sack slap and everything will be fine. So,
all right.
Unfortunately, I thought to myself, as much as I want to continue this Tijuana sack slap, I do have to talk about something that has been a problem for me as long as I can remember, Jeff. This is something that has happened to me many times. It's something that's happened with you in the car. It's something that's happened in Detroit and in Traverse City. It's something that's happened in Florida and in Philadelphia. And I can't...
It happened all the way to a point where a priest had to come to the rescue.
Oh, that's right.
Remember.
That's right. Yeah. You had to go walk. I kept the thing
in the bitter cold of northern Michigan. A priest had to come to the rescue. Oh.
That's right. That is. You know what? I totally forgot about that. Well, either way,
yeah, I didn't.
Yes. Well, it was cold that day, and I do apologize, but I don't understand why I keep falling victim to